Cody Rice. Rice, he's got an opening. Rice, he could go all the way. He's got one man to beat.
Chase Becker spins, hangs, complete. Broughton breaks through. It's a race to the end zone. Touchdown, Sioux. The Sioux strike first.
It used to be
On the road. Conquers back on top as Region 8 champions.
That's Ben Henig. Henig with a load of steam, and he bowls over.
One as Blake Burnstrom looks to go. Blake Burnstrom floating in midair for two.
Backdoor cut. Cheryl Hayes off the glass for two. There is Nesham. Wow, look at that shot by Addison Nesham. She's putting on a show. You think her heart is pounding? No way. The Lusitania Buffalo Bombers are headed to the state.
Quarter, 3 seconds, Simiano. No. Put back, no. The Killdeer Cowboys survive.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of GameDay Media, LLP, and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent by GameDay Media, LLP.
GameDay Media, LLP does not own the rights to the background music of this live stream. All rights belong to the music owners. No copyright infringement intended.
Today's GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you by RTC Networks, Hagen Equipment Incorporated, First International Bank and Trust, Nodak Insurance Company, Eric Mogan, Johnson and Sundin, Attorneys at Law, Shiloh Chavez with LPL Financial, Farmers Union Oil of Watford City, Patriot Fuels LLC, McKenzie County Heritage Park and Museum, Cornerstone Bank, TNT Measurements Incorporated, Northern States Fishing Tools, WCAG Church, Doug Rolfson, Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Wolfpack Booster Club, Schriefer Red Angus, BNC National Bank, NCC,
Hello and welcome to Killdeer High School in chilly Killdeer, North Dakota tonight. Hope you are safe and warm or wherever you are enjoying our broadcast from this evening, as winter has hit western North Dakota, but that's all right. No place better to be than inside a high school gym, and we are at one of the most beautiful gyms in the state here tonight in Killdeer, as we got a great Region 4 Division A girls basketball matchup for you tonight between the Watford City Wolves and the Killdeer Cowboys. Watford City comes into this ball game with a 9-4 overall record, 5-1 in region play, going up against the home team in Killdeer, who checks in with a record of 5-7 overall, 2-3 so far in Region 4. My name is Titus Denberg, happy and proud to be bringing you tonight's play-by-play action. My partner tonight is Brock Haugenberg. Brock, how are you doing this evening?
We're doing good, staying warm inside, obviously.
Yes.
I'm glad we're not playing basketball outside.
That's right, yes. And Brock, what are you looking forward to here in tonight's matchup between the Wolves and the Cowboys?
So tonight I'm looking forward for McKellen Walker for the Killdeer Cowboys. She's coming off an injury, and I believe this will be her first game back. So I'm looking forward to that. And then as far as the Watford City Wolves, I'm just looking for a good competitive basketball game between both these teams here.
That's right. It should be a fun one, and we're going to have all of it for you here tonight on GameDay Media. We want to thank all the sponsors who make the broadcast of these games possible, specifically our pregame show sponsor, Hagen Equipment. Hagen Equipment is your source for Case IH, Bobcat, and many more lines of equipment in Watford City. The band is playing here in the background. We've got some great music there. We've got a fun atmosphere here in Killdeer, and we are just a few moments away from the opening tip-off tonight. At this time, I'm going to head down to the floor. We're going to catch up with both head coaches, Tom Dwyer of Watford City and Danny Hasek of Killdeer. We'll be back with those Watford City Farmers Union Oil Company coaches' comments right after this.
When the job demands power and precision, turn to Hagen Equipment in Watford City, your proud Case IH and Bobcat dealers. From equipment rentals to a full service department and an extensive parts inventory, Hagen Equipment has what you need to get the job done right. Stop by 805 South Main Street in Watford or visit HagenEquipment.com. Hagen Equipment. Work ready, field proven.
You could put your dog in charge of deliveries.
But maybe don't.
You could plant your field by hand.
But maybe don't?
You could point in any direction and randomly choose a bank.
But maybe don't?
Cornerstone Bank offers high-tech, high-touch options when you want efficiency or need advice. Get the best of both, banking the way you want it. Come to Cornerstone and let us prove the difference.
Hey Dad, will you check the cows?
Use this instead, Grandpa. The cows look fine, Dad.
In my day, we had to sleep in the barn to check the cows.
Combining tradition and technology, respecting the past while embracing the future. RTC Networks.
When you have financial questions or ideas, you need someone to listen and provide insight about your options. Shiloh Chavez and her team with LPL Financial can review your specific situation and help create a strategy unique to you and your goals. Give her a call at 701-842-4244 or email at shiloh.chavez@lpl.com.
All right, welcome back to GameDay Media here in Killdeer, North Dakota. We are going to send it down to Titus Stenberg with the coach's comments.
All right, thank you very much, Brock. Here with Killdeer head coach Danny Hasek. Coach, you come in with a record of 5-7. How would you describe your season here so far to this point?
You know, I think it's kind of finding ourselves. We've had a little bit of injuries, some sickness, so we're having a lot of younger kids step up and have to play positions they're not familiar with. But I think the last couple of games we're kind of finding ourselves a little bit, not only on the defensive end, but some things on offense are kind of clicking for us finally.
One injury that everybody's talking about is McKellen Walker. You do have her in the lineup tonight. What do you expect from her here this evening?
You know, she's such a tough kid. She's been through a lot, you know, just with all kind of injuries and surgeries and things like that. So, you know, we're just hoping that we can get her on the floor and just get maybe a couple minute stretches just to get her back in the rotation and, you know, get a little bit of help scoring for everybody. It's hard having her on the bench, but yeah, so we're just looking to get her out there. And, you know, we don't really have a lot of high minutes, but just kind of getting her back in the rotation.
Sounds good. Now you're taking on a familiar opponent tonight in Watford City. You played them very early in the year. What do you remember from that game? What do you expect from the Wolves here tonight?
Well, you know, it's hard to forget their physicality. You know, they're very, very talented. They have great athletes. You know, so we're just going to have to try to maybe handle the full court pressure a little bit, not turn the ball over so much, and give ourselves a chance in the half court to score.
All right, sounds good. Looking forward to it here tonight, Coach. Best of luck out there, and we'll see you down the road.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, there you have it. Back upstairs to you, Brock.
All right, thank you very much, Titus. So there you have it from the Killdeer head coach, as Titus finds his way over to the Watford City head coach, Tommy Dwyer, to get his coach's comments here whenever he is ready. All right, we'll send it back down to Titus here.
All right, thank you very much, Brock, here with Watford City head coach Tom Dwyer. Coach, a really good win for you last game out against Dickinson Trinity. What did you and the team take away from that win?
Yeah, we got to continue to get better defense. I also was pretty proud of a couple things that we did. I certainly liked the ending. You know, I liked and I didn't like parts of the ending. You know, I liked us kind of being in control, and then all of a sudden we let them get back in, and we let it be tied 55-55. So, you know, we had some lapses right there for a little bit, gave up a couple turnovers, didn't rotate on defense, and then gave up a couple big shots. But then at the end of the game there, you know, Bailey hits a big three. Annabelle has a really big moment where she gets a steal, right? Goes, gets or just a layup, right? So, you know, pivotal moment right there. So I was proud of Annabelle that she's kind of done that kind of stuff all year. That's been something that's stuck out. One of our strengths of our team is just Annabelle's on-ball defense. But yeah, nice to get a win.
Your defensive assignment tonight is Killdeer. What do you want to see from your defense here this evening against the Cowboys?
It's the only team. There's just like some of the things that's happened to us last 3 games is we haven't been a cohesive unit. There's one person that is either getting caught ball watching and all of a sudden their player's getting lost and then it starts a whole chain reaction, or sometimes it's just someone's getting beat and now someone's watching the person and not watching the ball, and now we're not seeing, we're not all rotating together as a team, and we're late on a rotation and all of a sudden they're getting a shot, right? So just playing together as a team, and then offensively it's getting a lot better too. We keep harping on, good quality shots, right? And it's getting better, but we still gotta get better at it. So, just looking for both those things today.
All right, you answered my last question, so I'll let you go with that. I think you're starting to read my mind. Good to visit with you, Coach, here. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, back upstairs to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Titus, for the coach's comments. All right, so like Titus said earlier, we got Watford City Wolves battling the Killdeer Cowboys in Killdeer on this frigid cold day here in Killdeer, North Dakota. All right, we're gonna send it to commercial while Titus makes his way back upstairs, and we'll be back after the break.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you by Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Watford City and Alexander Athletics on GameDay Media. Call financial advisor Doug Rolfson at 701-444-4160 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
We started with small beginnings. And just like the visionary entrepreneurs we serve, we turned an idea into reality. BNC National Bank, where possibilities begin right here at home.
At Johnson & Sundin Law Office, we combine big case expertise with small town service. Since 1980, we've fought for clients across western North Dakota. From oil and gas disputes to serious injury and wrongful death cases, probate, agriculture, and more. No matter what issue, our experienced team is ready to stand by your side. In our office in Watford City, we're here for you, wherever you are. Johnson & Sundin, expert legal representation rooted in North Dakota. GameDay Media is proud to showcase our local athletes, but we can't do it without the support of our community. We're inviting business owners like you to join our growing list of sponsors. Sponsorship not only helps give student athletes the recognition they deserve, but also puts your business front and center with fans, families, and the community. Partner with us today to promote local athletes and your business through GameDay Media. Together, we make a winning team.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you by
Ranchers, circle March 4th on your calendar. Sorensen Ranch of Grenora will hold their annual bull sale at the Sydney Livestock Market Center in Sydney, Montana. Your source for composite Simmental bulls that are bred for docility, longevity, and fertility. Find them on Facebook at Sorensen Ranch and DV Auction. Since 1978, Northern States Fishing Tools of Watford City has been your trusted partner in the oil field. Serving the Wollaston Basin, we offer top quality fishing and rental tools, including packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. With expert knowledge and decades of experience, we deliver results tailored to your needs, all at competitive prices. Give us a call, 701-842-3350, or visit northernstatesfishingtools.com. Northern States Fishing Tools, quality tools, proven service.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in North Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the NDHSAA.
Welcome back to your Hagen Equipment pregame show live from Killdeer this evening. It's time for our Spotlight Players. TNT Measurements brings you your Spotlight Player. They have been serving and supporting the oil and gas industry for over 25 years, focusing on oil and gas measurement when you want it measured right. Contact TNT Measurements. For the Watford City Wolves, we're going to put the spotlight tonight on Amelia Wisness. Amelia has not been a starter for much of the year this year, but she does so many good things for the Wolves coming off the bench. She is a senior, she is a selfless player, and Brock, she brings so much to this Watford City roster.
She does bring a lot to this team. She will do the dirty work that nobody else will do. She'll grab rebounds in crucial situations of the game. Basically, a team player, you're looking at it right there with Amelia Wisness.
Yes, she's a 5'9" senior, and every once in a while, she'll step back and make a three, and they usually come at really important points. And I don't know, I just got a feeling that might happen here tonight. We will see as we put the spotlight on Amelia. Over on the Killdeer Cowboys side, we're going to put the spotlight on McKellen Walker. We heard Coach Hasek talking about her. Her list of accolades is really long. She's a second-team All-Stater last year. She passed the 1,000-point mark a long time ago. She's had a little bit more of a struggle this year when it comes to staying healthy, but she is still very capable of leading her team to victory against almost anyone that they go up against. And Brock, I know I'm looking forward to watching her. What are you looking to see from McKellen Walker here tonight?
Well, like you said, the coach said it might be like limited playing time or minutes tonight because this will be her first game back from injury. But as a player, you just want to play. You don't want to be sitting on the bench. Even if you are hurt, you want to be out there. So I'm sure when she does get on the floor tonight, she'll just be ready to go.
So Brock, I'm going to pose a question to you here that we didn't plan or anything, but when it comes to being a player, were you ever on a minutes restriction?
So no, I was never on a minute restriction. I know when I was a freshman, I did tear a muscle in my calf.
Yep.
And that was enough to not hurt me, but I never wanted to be on the bench ever again.
Right.
So if I could play, unless I was in foul trouble, I guess.
Yep.
Foul trouble would always get to me, I feel like. But I was always told, if you don't have any fouls, you're not playing hard enough.
Yeah,
so.
There you go. So my follow-up question to that was, if you knew that you had a minutes restriction, did that kind of allow you to play harder for a specific amount of time?
I mean, if that would happen, I would say that could be a little hard just because depends how you're feeling. So if you're coming off an injury, for instance, I think I'd base how hard I want to play off how my injury is feeling. If it's feeling a little tweaked or anything, I don't want to make it hard, especially here early in the season. If it was later in the season, I think it'd be very hard for me to have a coach sit me out at all. I would want to be on the floor, especially in crunch time or whatever time of the game, late in the season. Doesn't matter. I'd rather be on the floor.
I hear you. All right, let's take a look at our latest polls. These were just released yesterday afternoon. So we'll look at the Division A girls basketball polls. These are brought to you by Prairie Home Furnishings in Stanley. You can check them out on Facebook. And there you have it, South Prairie Max, the unanimous #1 team in the state, coming with a record of 11-1. Thompson moved up a couple of spots. Valley City dropped a spot to 3. Hazen climbed up a spot up to #4. That's who Watford City is chasing down in the Region 4 standings. And then Carrington was a new team into the poll, partially due to Turtle Mountain's losing streak that they are on. They now find themselves at 9-4. Kindred received some votes, as did Watford City. And that is your top 5. It seems like it's ever changing as this year is going on. Division A, so competitive. It seems like South Prairie Max has stretched themselves to that #1 spot a little bit. And right now they sort of have a stranglehold on it, receiving all 17 first place votes. But we still got a long ways to go this season, don't we, Brock?
We do. It is just the beginning. Basketball will ramp up here in the next couple months, but then soon enough, it'll be over before we know it.
Yes, tournament time is not that far away, and the weather kind of makes it feel like tournament time. It's good to be inside here tonight. While we have a second, let's also take a look at the latest boys poll that also got released yesterday. Four Winds Minnewacan, the new #1 team in the state in Division A. They are so much fun to watch. And then we got Central Cass at number 2. Kindred, who lost to Central Cass, dropped from number 1 down to number 3. Shiloh Christian and Beulah, 2 Region 4 teams right there, rounding out the top 5 with Devils Lake and Grafton, 2 Region 2 teams also receiving votes. At this time, let's take a look at our starting lineups for tonight. Starting lineups here this evening are brought to you by Patriot Fuels, conveniently located on Highway 85 North between Alexander and Watford City. For all your fueling needs for the visiting Watford City Wolves, their familiar starting 5 look like this. Annabelle Bond and Harley Jacobson, the 2 sophomores in the backcourt. They are joined by the 3 seniors, Logan Hanna, Bailey Matson, and Miley Roan. Starting lineup for head coach Tom Dwyer. He is assisted by Pat Wagenknecht, Sydney Headings, Riley Fowler, and Trini Morgan. For Killdeer, a unique starting lineup for girls basketball. 5 seniors getting the start tonight. They are the 5'5" seniors, Brooke Pajorley, Ophelia Howling-Wolf, and Taylor Anderson. They wear numbers 3, 4, and 5, all of them listed at 5'5" in your program. Now that's McKellen Walker and Morgan Smith. At this time, we're going to toss it down to our PA announcers.
Where we honor a Dunn County veteran. Tonight, our honoree is Mr. Gary McMahon. He went to basic training at Fort Leavenworth, Missouri, then to Fort Sill, Oklahoma, for advanced individual training for artillery. After training, he was assigned to the 8th Battalion, 6th Artillery, in 1st Division in Vietnam, hauling artillery ammunition from the airport to wherever they felt needed the ammunition. Gary's unit provided crucial support to the infantry, constantly supplying them with ammunition during intense firefights. The constant barrage of gunfire took a toll on both the unit and Gary himself, making him eager to return to the United States. Once Gary returned from Vietnam, he farmed alongside his brother and retired in 1977. Gary worked in the oil field as a roustabout and owned Gary McMahon Construction Company for 25 years, retiring in 2008. Gary has been a member of the American Legion for 60 years, serving on the drill team for 40+ years, as well as 28 years as the Ezra Barrels commander. Thank you for your service, Gary. About one more round of applause for our veteran tonight, Mr. Gary McMahon. Now, while you're standing, if you could please be at attention as we honor our nation's flag with the singing of our national anthem. Tonight's anthem will be sung by Samantha Shopper, Emily Shopper, and Chessa Morlock. Please remain at attention until the flag is fully retracted. Thank you. Now let's meet the lineups for tonight's matchup. First of all, the visitors on the scoreboard, the Watford City Wolves. Starting in guard, sophomore, number 1, Annabelle Vaughn. Another sophomore guard, number 3, Harley Jacobson. A senior guard, number 5, Logan Hanna. A senior guard, number 10, Bailey Matson. And a senior forward, number 40, Miley Rowe. Head coach of the Wolves is Mr. Thomas Dwyer. Now let's bring up the Cowboys. Starting over the Cowboys in the guard, a senior, number 3, Brooke Shirley. Another senior guard, number 4, Olivia Howell. A senior guard, number 5, David Anderson. A senior forward, number 11, Kellen Walker. And a senior forward, number 23, Lauren Smith. Head coach of the Cowboys is Mrs. Danny Haskett. Officials for tonight are Cal Dean, John Ledbetter, and Mike Peters. Let's play some basketball.
All right, there you have it for the starting lineups. Let's hear from our Northern States Fishing Tools start of the game kickoff, or I guess
Or tip-off.
Tip-off works. Northern States Fishing Tools is a locally owned fishing and rental tool company serving the Williston Basin since 1978.
Thank you very much, Brock. It's Morgan Smith versus Miley Roan, and the opening tap is won by Killdeer. And they'll bring it into their front court on the far side from our vantage point here in the beautiful Killdeer High School Gymnasium as Killdeer turns it over on their first possession. So Coach Dwyer mentioned he wanted to see some improvement on the defensive end. We'll see if they can force some turnovers here tonight and keep Killdeer below their scoring average. Killdeer comes in averaging 46 points on offense and allowing 49 points on defense, as both teams are playing some good defense on the opening possession. Roan to Hannah for 3 from the left wing. Short, long rebound. Hannah and Matson ran into each other. Both of them had a chance at the offensive rebound, but it's taken away by Morgan Smith. Here's the runner from Howling Wolf, too strong. Rebound is going to result in a jump ball, and Brock, both defenses have come to play here in the opening minute.
Both in the passing lanes, ready to lay on the floor. I love it. Gotta love it for a cold night in Killdeer, North Dakota. They came ready to play.
Watford City wearing their road maroon uniforms tonight. Killdeer in their home whites. As Hannah thought about a 3, lobs it in to Roan, who had a little bit too much on that one. Killdeer grabs the defensive rebound. That's Haley Anderson crossing half court. Pass it over on the right side to Morgan Smith, the tallest player in Killdeer's lineup. She's got it there on the right wing, guarded by Roan. Out to Walker. Walker with a crossover dribble, guarded by Matson. Into the corner to Anderson. Short on the 3, rebound by Annabelle Bond. Both teams have missed their first 2 shots. As Harley Jacobson drives, kicks to Matson for 3. Too strong. Long rebound caught by Ophelia Howling Wolf.
Looks like the Wolves have came out and they just want to fire the ball up. The Cowboys are in a 1-3-1 zone,
Okay.
it looks like.
I was wondering if it was 2-3 as Morgan Smith strikes first. It's a good catch on that, Brock. We'll see how long they stay in the defense like that. Watford City, a capable 3-point shooting team as Matson tries one from the left side. No good again, rebounded by Morgan Smith. Wolves have missed their first 4 shot attempts. 2 minutes gone by as Matson deflects that pass out of bounds to the scorer's table. Camry Kling checks into the game for the Cowboys. She is their second leading scorer, just a freshman. Averages 9 points along with 2 rebounds and 2 assists per game. She was in the starting lineup when Walker was unable to go for the last couple of games, and she replaces Walker here after McKellen played the first 2 minutes of this one. Howling Wolf drives. It's over on the right side to Brooke Pajorley, guarded by Hannah. Takes some contact, no whistle, and Miley Roan gets the defensive rebound. Killdeer 1 for 4 from the floor. Watford City 0 for 4 from the floor as Bond drives and draws a foul. Take a look at our first RTC Network's instant replay of the ball game there, Brock.
There we go. We got Annabelle Bond for the Watford City Wolves driving to her left, trying to get a nice layup. Got hit on the arm, it looked like, on the drive.
Foul called against Camry Kling, her first. Amelia Wisness checks into the ball game along with Salil Shoemaker. And Brock, these girls make it easy on identifying them based on their shoes.
They do.
As Bond makes free throw number 2 to break the ice for the Wolves. That's Salil Shoemaker, the sophomore, with the green shoes. It's Amelia Wisness, their spotlight player tonight, in the bright pink shoes. She is a senior, wears number 12 for Watford City. She's the on-ball defender right there. As Smith has it knocked away. It is stolen by Annabelle Bond. Annabelle averaging just under 5 steals per game. Gets her first one of the night right there. Hannah over to the right side to Bond. In the left corner to Matson. Drives baseline, but good baseline defense there from Kling to force the Watford City turnover.
That was textbook defense right there. Force some baseline, but don't let them get by you.
We're all tied up at 2 apiece here in the first quarter. I want to thank NCC for sponsoring our scoreboard tonight. And we've got a foul out on the perimeter as the ball rolls all the way to Killdeer head coach Danny Hassick. First foul of the game against the Wolves called on Bailey Madsen, her first. Low scoring start to this one. Watford City averaging 57 points per game. They've exceeded that in quite a few of their most recent games as Walker drives, attacks, and scores off the glass.
That was a pretty crossover for a girl her height.
Walker's first points of the game as Watford City turns it over there for their second turnover. Turnovers are even at 2 apiece. This Killdeer student section is making some noise tonight, Brock.
They came out when it was cold outside. They decided what a better way to spend a night than come here and cheer on the girls team.
Absolutely, and the Wolves get the steal back as Wisness tips it to Bond. One-on-one fast break. Annabelle missed it. Rebound by Shoemaker. Too strong, and Killdeer able to claim the defensive rebound. Killdeer rebounding well for the most part here tonight, but double dribble is going to take the ball away from them, as that's called on Savannah McCrone. 4:10 to go in quarter number 1. NCC scoreboard shows Killdeer 4, Watford City 2. Matson, Bond, Hannah, Shoemaker, and Wisness on the floor for Watford City. Here's Hannah, open corner 3. Too strong, she follows her own miss. Mid-range jumper, no. Rebound tipped out of bounds, and it will belong to Killdeer. Watford City just cannot buy a field goal right now. Brock, they're 0 for their first 8.
They cannot. They got to get that lid off the hoop. I know it's tough in a 2-3 zone. Sometimes it feels like it's hard to attack the paint, but you still got to somehow get a paint touch.
Bond tips it to Wisness. Pass stolen back by McCrone. And then a travel call.
She wanted the 3 right there.
Yep.
You could tell she wanted it.
2 turnovers against Killdeer on that play, 1 against Watford City. Wolves winning the turnover battle right now with 3 giveaways, 5 takeaways, but as of right now, they're 0 for 8 on their field goal attempts. Hannah to the free throw line, bounce pass right side, Matson for 3. Too strong, long rebound by Annabelle Bond. She's getting some extra possessions now. There's Wisness, partially blocked from behind. Shoemaker picks it up, short. Wolves are getting second chances now, and their second chances are also not falling. They're now 0 for 11. And another turnover. Oh, a foul. It is a foul call. I thought Anderson maybe had stepped out of bounds, but they're going to whistle a foul against Amelia Wisness, her first. Second team foul of the quarter as Miley Roan checks in, giving Bailey Matson a break. Both teams struggling offensively to start this one. As there goes Cassie Bang out to Anderson for 3. Short rebound, Annabelle Bond. Killdeer 2 for 6 from the field as Shoemaker makes the catch on that long pass. Back to Bond for 3. No, and it'll go up and over the backboard. And if you're a Watford City fan, this is getting a little ridiculous. 0 for 12 to start from the field.
That is a tough way to start the game. But look at the scoreboard. Their defense is keeping them in it right now also. It's 4-2 with 12 shot attempts.
Yes. Yep, Annabelle Bond. The free throws, all the scoring by Watford. Harley Jacobson gets a hustling steal ahead to Annabelle. And Bond is fouled on the ground. She did make it, so maybe that is enough to get the lid off the basket. It won't count, but it's still good to see the ball go through the hoop.
Just need to see it go through, that's right.
Ophelia Howling Wolf back into the lineup for Killdeer. That foul was called against Camry Kling, her second. Here's Shoemaker off the backboard, no good. 2:33 left to go in quarter number one. Killdeer with the basketball in a 4-2 lead. There's a steal by Salil Shoemaker, 7th Killdeer turnover. Shoemaker into the front court, finds Jacobson. Harley surveys the defense, kicks it to Bond. Annabelle's pass deflected, stolen. Roan was after it, but she was on the baseline, and all that adds up to is a 4th Watford City turnover. 2:12 left to go in quarter number one. Killdeer 4, Watford City 2 in this Division A Region 4 girls basketball matchup. Too much on that pass from Ophelia Howling Wolf. Killdeer now 8 turnovers. Jacobson, Bond, Shoemaker, Roan, and Wisness on the floor for Watford City. Killdeer has Anderson, Ophelia Howling Wolf, Bang, Smith, and Savannah McCrone. It's deflected out of bounds. It'll stay here on this end with 19 on the shot clock. Bailey Matson and Logan Hanna, a couple of seniors, check back in for Watford City, replacing Wisness and Bond. Neither team has taken a timeout yet, as Jacobson fires it into Matson. Here comes Bailey, the floater. No. Rebound. Roan had it knocked away. Jacobson goes and gets it. Long skip pass. Matson for 3. No. Rebound Jacobson. No, but she's fouled. Let's take a look at that on the RTC Network's instant replay.
There we go. The Wolves have been crashing the offensive glass. That's the hardest thing about playing a 2-3 zone there for the Cowboys is boxing out. That is the toughest part about a 2-3 zone is just finding somebody to box out because you got 2 people going for 1.
Cassie Bang called for that foul as McKellen Walker replaces Savannah McCrone. Jacobson averaging 6.7 points per game along with 3.5 rebounds. This is the second one rebounded by Roan, and she is tied up by Smith. The possession arrow favors Killdeer.
You know, Titus, this one might come down to a pretty close game here if they keep up this pace. It's going to be low scoring, but it's going to be a pretty close one so far.
You know, I've loved visiting with the coaches over the years, and anytime anything is new, here's a steal by Matson. Left-hand layup, no. They got the steal, but not the basket. And another steal, this one by Roan. I've got 10 turnovers against Killdeer. And I've got Watford City is 0 for 16 from the field. Here's Matson for 3. Yes!
There it is.
Bailey Matson hits her 24th three-pointer of the year. It's brought to you by Cornerstone Bank. And we've got a travel in the backcourt. And after all that, Watford City takes the lead. 5-4. What I started to say was the identity of this region over the first 2 years has largely been defense. This year, scores have been higher. I was talking about this with Coach Sheeler from Dickinson Trinity, and he was saying, we're seeing a lot more points being scored in this region this year. This is kind of a throwback to the first 2 years of Region 4 and a defensive slugfest early. Here's Matson, makes one from the left side, misses that one from the right baseline. Rebound to Killdeer, good fast break as Anderson finishes it on the other end for the Cowboys. It's Taylor Anderson giving the lead back to Killdeer as Hannah puts the floater in for Watford City. And now the Wolves are back in front.
Now we're going up and down, holy.
Game clock and shot clock virtually identical. Here as we near the end of the first quarter. Look at that range on that 3, and Till she's not quite 100% yet, as that one was short. Good save attempt by Pajorli, but into the hands of the Wolves. As Logan Hanna looks to attack, drives into the paint. She gets it to go, it counts, and the foul.
Let's take a look at our RTC Network's instant replay here with Logan Hanna driving to her right through the defense and up through contact and in.
Largest lead of the game for either team. It's 9-6. Watford City. Brock, I usually like to keep track of runs. There has not been very many runs yet as the free throw rattles in for Logan. Logan Hanna averaging 13 points, 2.4 rebounds, 2.2 assists, and 1.7 steals per game so far this year. She gives the Wolves the first multi-possession lead of the game for either team. Hollingwell picks up her dribble. Jacobson trying to force another turnover. Killdeer's going to have to hurry to get any sort of shot attempt, and it's a double dribble, giving Watford City the ball with plenty of time to get a shot off here for a buzzer-beating opportunity. 5.2 seconds left, and the Wolves have it on the baseline with Harley Jacobson inbounding. She gets it into Shoemaker. She attacks, splits the defense, shoots, missed it, rebound. Roan, it's good at the buzzer. Miley Roan, just like she did against Dickinson Trinity, she beats the buzzer here at the end of the first quarter against Killdeer. 1 quarter in the books. Watford City 12, Killdeer 6. We'll be back with a second quarter after this timeout.
Since Nodak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance is found in an app, and as farming technologies advance, our coverage protects. The way we live and work has changed, but our service and commitment remain. We're evolving to meet your insurance needs, with answers where and when you need them most. Nodak Insurance Company. Stop by our office in Watford City and visit with Eric Mogan and Brady Monroe to see how we can help.
Welcome back to Killdeer. Let's take a second to thank our live read sponsors, starting with the Wolfpack Booster Club. The strength is in the pack. Check them out on Facebook. They do a great job promoting Watford City athletics and activities. Also want to thank the McKenzie County Heritage Park and North Dakota Oil Museum, located on the west side of Watford City. That building with all the flags out there that have been getting all kinds of a workout in this wind that we've had here in western North Dakota. Also want to thank WCAG Church, one church in multiple locations. Check them out on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. We have locations in Fairview, Montana, Belfield, Kenmare, and Watford City, North Dakota. We'd love to see you on Sunday morning. Watford City ball out of the quarter break, and it turned out to be a pretty good quarter for the Wolves, leading it by 6 as Hanna lines up a 3 and drills it. That's Logan's 20th three-pointer of the season. She leads everybody with 8 points as Watford City now extends to a 9-point lead. They are on a 12-4 run. Here's a drive. The shot is good on the other end by Savannah McCrone, the Killdeer sophomore. Here's Hanna for 3 from the right side. Not that time, rebounded by Taylor Anderson. Furious start to the second quarter after both offenses were almost as cold as the weather is outside. Here's a shot from McKellen Walker that's good for 3.
They sure are heating up, it feels like.
First 3 of the night for Killdeer. They're into double digits. And just like that, after Wolves had a 9-point lead, it's down to 4. Here's Bond for 3. No, rebound Roan. Oh, she caught it as she was falling, and it turns into a steal for Killdeer. Here goes Walker. Good transition defense from Wisness. And then a travel against Ophelia Howling-Wolf. And those are the types of plays that Amelia Wisness makes that affect the game that you won't see in a box score.
Like, that is a one-on-one fast break, and she gets a stop, and it caused a turnover. What a play.
Watford City 15, Killdeer 11 on your NCC scoreboard. As the loose ball is going to result in a foul against Miley Roan.
All right, let's take a look at our RTC Network's instant replay here. Looks like she's going for the ball, collides with the Cowboys player. I'd say good call there by the officiating crew.
15-11. There's a steal by Bond. Oh, she got popped in the mouth. Able to get the pass to Matson, who scores the steal and the assist for Annabelle Bond. The basket for Bailey Matson. The Wolves defense really playing well tonight. And there's another steal, this one from Logan Hanna. Logan drives, layup, no. Rebound tipped out. Who's going to run it down? Amelia does. And Coach Dwyer wants a timeout. We will take a timeout as well. It's brought to you by Shiloh Chavez with LPL Financial. Timeout Watford City. They're leading at 17-11.
Our lives are made up of moments. From first moments to big moments to everyday moments. At First International Bank and Trust, we support you with local service and checking and savings solutions to help you reach your goals, shape your legacy, and make your moments happen. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first since 1910.
Thanks for joining us here tonight on GameDay Media from Killdeer. My name is Titus Denberg alongside Brock Haugeberg. Our production crew tonight, Coy Hartle is the producer, and Matt Gonzalez, our cameraman, bringing you all the sights from the Mountain Time Zone in western North Dakota. Harley Jacobson inbounds to Bailey Matson over on the right side to Annabelle Bond. Back to Matson for three. Not that time. And again, it hits the shot clock and over to Killdeer.
You can't be mad at the shots that the Wolves are taking on the offensive end. Most of their shots, they've shot a lot of shot attempts so far this game, but a lot of them are really good looks.
Yes, they have been. Savannah McCronin inbounding against Watford City's full court press. She gets it into Camry Kling. Long pass, dangerous pass, stolen by Annabelle Bond. Left-hand layup spins off. Rebound tipped by Wisness. Bond runs it down. Matson just inside the free throw line. No. Rebounded by Savannah McCrone. Howling Wolf for three. Too strong. Rebound by Shoemaker. She wants to run. Salil leading the fast break the other way. All the way to the hoop. She is fouled. Free throws coming for the sophomore Salil Shoemaker.
Here's our RTC Network's instant replay here as Shoemaker comes down the lane. It didn't look like her feet were set. Another great job by the officiating crew here.
And that'll be the third personal against Kling, so the freshman in some deep foul trouble in this first half with 5:37 left to go before halftime. She's got three. McKellen Walker back in there along with Taylor Anderson. So Shoemaker at the line, 6.3 points per game, 5 rebounds, over an assist, and over 2 steals per game, but an empty trip to the free throw line that time. And a foul will be called as Wisness and Jacobson were providing the double team, and they will call Amelia for the reach-in foul. That'll be Amelia's second personal. 5:32 to go in the second quarter. Watford City 17, Killdeer 11. The drive and a foul that's going to send Killdeer to the free throw line.
Here's another instant replay brought to you by RTC Networks as drives to the right and another blocking foul here.
And that one goes against Amelia Wisness, so both number 12s have 3 fouls with 5:26 left to go in the second quarter. First free throw good for Brooke Pajorli, who averages 3 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. Wolves with some new players out there. Roan, Shoemaker, Hannah, Jacobson, and Bond. As the second free throw is no good, Smith grabs the offensive rebound to Anderson for 3. Too strong. She follows her own miss and grabs the offensive rebound. Right side to Walker, mid-range jumper. Too strong, but another foul is called. I believe that goes against Miley Roan.
Here's another instant replay as she drives to her right. Got her on the arm. It looked like Roan did.
Walker has scored 5 points so far tonight. She averages 17 per game. Dealt with some injuries here this season and misses free throw number 1. You can tell she's not at 100%, but still a very good player. She's headed to Bismarck State College next year to continue her basketball career. Certainly wish her the best after high school, as the second free throw is no good, rebounded by Logan. Had a long pass ahead to Bond. Beautiful pass. Bond back out to Roan. Oof, that was a tough fall there as Ophelia Howling Wolf and Roan got tied up. results in a held ball. Thankfully, it looks like both players are okay. 6th Watford City turnover on that play, as Killdeer will have it with Cassie Bang inbounding it to Ophelia Howling-Wolf. There's a steal by Hannah. Underhands it ahead to Jacobson. Left-hand layup. No. Rebound. Bond. No. Rebounded by Smith. And I thought the Wolves had kind of cured themselves of their shooting woes, but not on that play. And there is another foul. More free throws for Killdeer, as that'll send Cassie Bang to the free throw line. Harley Jacobson picks up that foul, and Brock, right now it's just a frustrating first half for the most part for the Wolves.
It is. Like, can't get a lid off the basket. Had 2 open layups right there. Man, they just bounced around the rim.
Second free throw for Bang is good. And Killdeer has slowly but surely gotten back to within 3. The Wolves led by 9 early moments of this second quarter. Jacobson to Matson. Right side, Hannah, catch and shoot 3. No, rebounded by Shoemaker. Yes! Offensive rebound on the putback for Salil Shoemaker. Steal by Jacobson. She draws the foul.
That was a great job by Annabelle Bond getting the steal right off the inbound. Nice pass to Harley Jacobson there.
Foul goes against Cassie Bang, her second personal, also the second team foul of the quarter. Jacobson makes free throw number 1. Harley does so much for this Wolves team, averaging 6.7 points per game, 3.5 rebounds, just under 2 assists, and right at 2 steals per game. Killdeer sending in Savannah McCrone. Got Taylor Anderson, Ophelia Howling-Wolf, McKellen Walker, and Brooke Pajorley on the floors. The second free throw is no good. Rebounded by McCrone. Stolen. Here goes Jacobson, and she draws another foul. This time it'll go against Taylor Anderson.
And there we go again with our RTC Network's instant replay as Harley Jacobson gets the steal and drives the hoop again, and she's at the line again.
Harley 1 for 4 in her first free throw attempts. Nothing but net on that first one there to extend the Wolves' lead back to 7, 21-14. Killdeer is led by as many as 2. Watford City is led by as many as 9. McKellen Walker gets the defensive rebound. Matson able to tie her up, and essentially that works the same as an offensive rebound.
Here we go with the little tie up there. Jump ball stays in Watford City's favor here.
Go in the books as the 15th Killdeer turnover. Here's Matson for 3. Yes! Bailey Matson hits her 25th three-pointer of the season. The Wolves have taken a double-digit lead, 24-14. Howling-Wolf picks up that rolling ball. Anderson saved it, but into the hands of Salil Shoemaker. 16th Killdeer turnover. Looks like Watford City will slow things down a little bit as Bond takes a long-range 2. Too strong. Rebound Jacobson, blocked but a foul, and once again Harley earns a trip to the free throw line.
I think this is her 3rd time at the line in the last, what, minute and a half maybe?
Yeah, just in this quarter. And she had a trip back in the first quarter as well. And she makes free throw number 1. Savannah McCrone called for that foul. Morgan Smith comes back in for Killdeer. After Killdeer had closed to a 3-point margin, the Wolves have now scored 8 points in a row. Leave it at 8. I thought that one was going to fall for Harley, but again, she makes the first and misses the second. That's been every trip to the free throw line in this second quarter for Harley. Killdeer gets it across half court. Pass stolen in the front court by Harley Jacobson. 17th turnover against Killdeer. Matson from the right side. Deflected, stolen back by Killdeer. 7th Watford City turnover. Howling-Wolf, or rather Pajorley with it. Number 3, not number 4, as the pass is picked off by Salil Shoemaker. Here comes Salil into the front court. Anderson tried to draw a charge. Contact, no foul. The shot is missed. Rebounded by Killdeer. Anderson across the timeline. Drives, floater, too strong. Rebound, Harley Jacobson. Harley, she puts her head down, drives, finds Bond. Offensive foul. Annabelle called for the charge as we take a look at the RTC Network's instant replay.
Those last couple possessions here, Titus, have been like a track meet.
Yes. And I think both coaches are sensing that. Coach Hasek will spend the timeout. 25-14, Watford City with a lead. You're watching Game Day Media.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by TNT Measurements Incorporated, providing oil and gas allocation meter proving, calibrations, and production facility lack provings. To schedule your proving, contact Derek Thompson at 701-421-1351.
Welcome back to Killdeer. 25-14, Watford City with the lead. They have slowly but surely extended the lead here in the second quarter, and mostly it's been their defense forcing lots of turnovers. Killdeer now up to 18 turnovers in this first half. Watford City continuing to press, and there is a deflection by Jacobson, tipped out of bounds, and it will belong to Watford City. Great play by Harley Jacobson. Well, I don't know if Coach Dwyer is impressed, but I've sure been impressed by the Wolves defense here in this first half. What about you, Brock?
I would agree. And also, like, Killdeer's still in this game, and they have had, what'd you say?
19 turnovers right now.
Like that means their defense is also doing good too.
I've got them as 5 for 14 from the field. Another steal, this one by Logan Hanna. A little bit of crossover dribble into the paint, floater up, no. Rebound by Roan, stolen away. Stolen back. As soon as I write down one turnover, I gotta write down another one, Brock. Keeping me busy here tonight. Here goes Logan Hanna. Floater short. Rebound Roan, another offensive rebound for Miley. Matson in the corner to Hanna, down low, good defense on the entry pass there by Savannah McCrone to knock it away. Pajorley in, replacing the junior Haley Klim. Watford City has it with 27 on the shot clock. Bond into Hanna for three, in and out. Rebound by Morgan Smith. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Walker, floater, no. Walker grabs the offensive rebound. Smith to Anderson. Taylor will take a long-range three. Short. Rebound could not be saved by Savannah McCrone. No points for Killdeer, but if you're Coach Hasek, you have to be pleased. At least you're getting some field goal attempts there instead of turnovers. As of right now, I've got them for 5 more turnovers than field goal attempts. It's a difficult way to stay in a ball game if that's the case. Nice pass from Jacobson to Roan, outside to Hanna for three. It's good.
That is beautiful basketball for the Watford City Wolves right there. Get a paint touch, give it to your big right away, looks opposite, kicks it out. What a great possession for the Wolves.
Logan Hanna has 11. Long skip pass to McCrone into the corner. Roan goes diving for it. Miley creates the steal and gets tied up. The possession arrow will favor Watford City. More great hustle from Miley. Wolves are now doubling up Killdeer, 28-14. As we near the end of this first half, Annabelle Bond guarded by Anderson. Across half court, Jacobson down low to Roan, gathers it, shoots and scores. Miley Roan for two.
Just like the last possession, give it to your big, other than this time she took it herself.
She did. She's up to 4 points. She's had a flair for the dramatic in recent moments, in recent games, with that buzzer beater at the end of the first quarter against Trinity. She also had what was essentially a buzzer beater here tonight to end the first quarter. Jacobson finds her, and she's fouled. I think they're going to get Walker on that personal foul. That would be McKellen's first, as Roan goes to the free throw line.
There we go, looking at the replay with a little shove from the back, puts Miley Roan at the line.
Miley averaging 5 points, 7 rebounds per game. Perfect on her first free throw here. And Brock, I think she's got to be already close to that 7 rebound number, and most of them have been offensive rebounds.
There has been a lot of offensive rebounds for her tonight.
Second free throw, also good. And you glance up at the scoreboard, and now it shows Watford City up 32-14. This game was so tight for so long, and now Watford City's offense has come to play as a fight for the rebound there is picked up by Logan Hanna. Ahead to Bond. And she's chased down from behind. I was looking ahead at who Annabelle might pass it to, and I think she was too, and the Killdeer defense was able to knock it away. 2.9 seconds difference in the game clock and the shot clock. Annabelle Bond from the baseline. Tipped. Good catch by Roan. Out to Jacobson, who draws the foul.
Here we go to get Harley Jacobson back at the line. Roan kicks it out there, and she drives to her left, puts up a right-handed floater. Looked like she took a shot to the face on that one.
Brooke Pajorley called for that foul. Both teams over the foul limit as Jacobson misses the front end this time. Her previous trips to the free throw line, she'd made the first one, missed the second. On 3 different trips to the line. We'll see if she can flip that now after she misses the first one. The second one is good.
Staying at 50%.
Yes. 4 for 8 from the free throw line in this quarter. Now 4 of 10 for the ball game. And it's a good thing that they switch ends at halftime. Otherwise, Harley might have to start paying rent at that free throw line. She creates another turnover right there. Or no, it's not a turnover. The possession arrow keeps it in favor of Killdeer. So Killdeer will maintain possession with 13 seconds left to go in quarter number 2. Bond with the interception. Annabelle off to the races. Left-hand layup good. Steal and score for Annabelle Bond. See if Killdeer can get one last shot up. 2 seconds. Anderson at the buzzer. No, and we have reached the end of one half of play. Watford City ends the first half on an 18-0 scoring run, and they'll take a 21-point lead with them into the halftime locker room. Your score at the break: Watford City 35, Killdeer 14. We will take a quick timeout. When we come back, we will have your Nodak Insurance Company halftime report brought to you by Eric Mogan. We're back with that right after this timeout.
Looking to save on fuel and fuel up fast? Patriot Fuels of Alexander, North Dakota is your partner in profit. We're proud to support the trucking industry with high-speed fueling systems, top quality products, and vendor relationships that put your success first. Join the Patriot Fuels Fleet Card program and unlock exclusive discounts, or simply pay at the pump. Either way, you're fueling with integrity and efficiency. Patriot Fuels, driven to deliver more. Located in Alexander, North Dakota.
Breeding Red Angus since 1988. The Schriefer Red Angus annual production timed online sale is coming up on DV Auction January 26th through the 31st. Selling 45 coming 2-year-old virgin bulls with sires like Carhartt 218, Double Stack 2034, and Jumpstart J137. Offering 5 registered bred heifers and 90 head of top quality commercial open replacement heifers. For catalogs, videos, and pictures, go to SchrieferRedAngus.com.
Farmers Union Oil Company of Watford City has been serving the customers in and around the surrounding community since 1929. Farmers Union Oil believes in community involvement and has supported numerous activities since the beginning. We take pride in giving back to our patrons through dividends and stock retirements. Our customer service should be our top focus to ensure a pleasurable experience for you, our customer. Whether you're looking for gas, fuel, hardware, or just needing to fuel the body, Farmers Union Oil is your one-stop shop.
Since Nodak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance is found in an app, and as farming technologies advance, our coverage protects. The way we live and work has changed, but our service and commitment remain. We're evolving to meet your insurance needs, with answers where and when you need them most. Nodak Insurance Company. Stop by our office in Watford City and visit with Eric Mogan and Brady Monroe to see how we can help.
Well, welcome back to your Nodak Insurance Company halftime show, brought to you by your agent in Watford City and McKenzie County, Eric Mogan. A lot to talk about from that first half as Watford City leads it by 21. Killdeer scored first, and it was a very low-scoring start to the first quarter. Wolves eventually would end that quarter on a 12-4 run to lead it 12-6 after one quarter of play. The Wolves hit a 3 to go up by 9 in the early stages of the second quarter. Then Killdeer scored 5 in a row to make it a 4-point game at 15-11. They eventually would cut the deficit to 3 at 17-14. But then Watford City's defense was really the story of the rest of the half as they end the quarter on an 18-0 run. They were finally able to get some consecutive possessions where the ball went through the hoop. And once that started, it didn't stop, it seemed like, and Watford City goes up by 21 at the end of 2 quarters of play. Taking a look at the team stats from this one. Watford City 11 for 39 from the field for 28%. They made 4 first half 3-pointers. They shot a lot of free throws, 9 for 17 from the free throw line for 53%. They committed 10 turnovers and were called for 8 first half fouls. For Killdeer, 5 of 18 from the free throw line for 28%. Both teams shooting 28% from the field. The difference was how many more attempts Watford City got, and Killdeer made 1 3-pointer compared to Watford City's 4. Killdeer 3 for 6 from the free throw line for 50%. The big difference in the half was Killdeer's 24 turnovers, and they were called for 2 more fouls than Watford City, with 10 in the first half. So Watford City plus 14 in the turnover category, plus 2 in the foul differential. Taking a look at the individual stats. Logan Hanna led everybody in scoring with 11. Bailey Matson had 8. Miley Roan 6. Harley Jacobson and Annabelle Bond had 4 points apiece. And Salil Shoemaker had 2 for Watford City's total of 35. For Killdeer, McKellen Walker led the way with 5 first half points. 4 different Cowboys scored exactly 2 points. They were Taylor Anderson, Morgan Smith, Savannah McCrone, and Cassie Bang. Brooke Pajorley went 1 for 2 from the free throw line for her 1 point, and Killdeer's first half total of 14. Well, Brock, that was the first half. 35-14 lead for Watford City. What are you taking away from that first half of basketball?
I mean, Watford City's defense must be pretty stellar. They caused a lot of turnovers in both the first and second quarter of the game. Also, I remember there was a stint where I felt like every time I looked up at the scoreboard, it was 4-2. Cowboys are up. Felt like that was going to be that way for a while, and it was. I think the end of the first half score was, or first quarter was 9-6, I think. 12-6. Okay, yeah. So it started to pick up, and then the Wolves just have not slowed down at all. So yeah.
Watford City won this matchup earlier in the season, way back during the border battle. Very early in the year, they won it 63-33. For a long time, they were way off of that pace, but right towards the end of the second quarter, that scoring picked up, and they actually exceeded that pace. We'll see what the second half looks like, but the Wolves are now on pace to score 70 if they replicate the first half with this second half. The Wolves are already back on the floor. They are ready to go, and now Killdeer has just emerged from their locker room as well. So we're going to step aside. Thank you for joining us for your Nodak Insurance Company halftime report. We'll be back with your third quarter right after this on GameDay Media.
When the job demands power and precision, turn to Hagen Equipment in Watford City, your proud Case IH and Bobcat dealers. From equipment rentals to a full service department and an extensive parts inventory, Hagen Equipment has what you need to get the job done right. Stop by 805 South Main Street in Watford or visit HagenEquipment.com. Hagen Equipment, work ready, field proven.
You could put your dog in charge of deliveries,
But maybe don't.
You could plant your field by hand,
But, like, maybe don't?
You could point in any direction and randomly choose a bank.
But, like, maybe don't?
Cornerstone Bank offers high-tech, high-touch options when you want efficiency or need advice. Get the best of both, banking the way you want it. Come to Cornerstone and let us prove the difference.
When you have financial questions or ideas, you need someone to listen and provide insight about your options. Shiloh Chavez and her team with LPL Financial can review your specific situation and help create a strategy unique to you and your goals. Give her a call at 701-842-4244 or email at shiloh.chavez@lpl.com.
Imagine working with a team where your well-being is a top priority. At NCC, we champion work-life balance. Our culture ensures you have the time you need for life's important moments. We offer competitive pay that recognizes your hard work. Plus, enjoy comprehensive health insurance that puts your mind at ease. You'll also receive generous paid time off. And think future forward with our retirement contributions, securing your financial peace of mind. Join a team that values you. Work somewhere great and thrive. Don't wait for opportunity to knock. Open the door. Apply today at NCC. Visit nccray.com/careers.
Welcome back to Killdeer. We want to make you aware of a scheduling change. The Watford City Wolves boys were supposed to play tomorrow at home against Shiloh Christian. That game has been postponed due to the forecast of extreme cold and wind chills. That game will be made up on February 3rd. Once again, that's Watford City's boys home game against Shiloh Christian, so you can adjust that on your schedules. Both teams are ready to go for quarter number 3, getting some last second instructions from their head coaches. Start of the third quarter is brought to you by Northern States Fishing Tools. Killdeer breaks the huddle first with McKellen Walker, Taylor Anderson, Morgan Smith, Ophelia Howling Wolf, and Brooke Pajorley. Watford City sends out Logan Hanna, Harley Jacobson, Annabelle Bond, Bailey Matson, and Miley Roan. Hanna will inbound for the Wolves. As soon as she gets it from our official, who's having a discussion with Logan. Not sure if we're, oh, maybe he was eating. I don't know. I thought maybe it was a scoreboard issue, but now we're ready to go. It's Hanna to Bond. Now over to Jacobson in the corner to Matson. Skip past Hanna for 3. No. Long rebound. Players diving all over the floor for it. Howling Wolf comes away with it ahead to Walker. Anderson, long range 2, swish. Good start to the second half for Killdeer as Taylor Anderson gets the long range 2 to fall. Gets her team back to within 19. Hanna for 2, no. Rebound by Roan, not that time. And a foul on the rebound, it looks like it will be called against Harley Jacobson.
Harley Jacobson here on our RTC Network's instant replay. It looked like she was just trying to go for the ball. You can't be mad at your player for going for the ball, but it does look like it would be called foul.
Second personal against Harley. Here's Howling Wolf, deflected by Bond, couldn't save it. It'll stay with the Cowboys. A couple of defensive stops for Killdeer out of the locker room, and they've made one basket. We'll see if they can turn it into a run as Taylor Anderson gets it across half court. Taylor to Howling Wolf, long range 2. Not that time. Rebound through the hands of Bond, but Jacobson able to pick it up for Watford City. Pass ahead. Roan wasn't quite ready for it, and will go out of bounds over to Killdeer. .6:57 left to go in quarter number 3. Watford City 35, Killdeer 16. On your NCC scoreboard. Smith drives, finds Walker, out to Anderson. 3 short, rebound. Smith blocked from behind by Roan, but a foul will be called. Miley thought she got all ball, but the official calls the foul, and Killdeer will have a couple of free throws. Brock, what did you see on our RTC Network's instant replay?
That was close. That was close. Well, they did not call a shooting foul.
Okay, so no free throws. for Smith. The third personal against Miley Roan. Howling Wolf into the paint. Is fouled. I think that'll go against Miley. Like her feet got tangled up there, and now Coach Dwyer is going to have to go to the bench and bring in Amelia Wisness, who has 2 fouls. Correction, 3. She had 3 in the first half. Miley now with 4. 6:35 to go in the third quarter. Pass picked off by Harley Jacobson. Harley trying to go coast to coast. She does. It counts, and the foul.
Taking a look at our RTC Networks instant replay, we got Harley Jacobson on the fast break, getting the chance at an and one opportunity here. This is her first time having just one free throw attempt. What do you think,
It
Titus?
is. I think she's going to make it.
Make the first one?
So the foul goes against Taylor Anderson, her third personal. Both teams dealing with some foul trouble as Jacobson missed it. Rebound. Harley gets it and is tied up by Howling Wolf. Oh, a foul. So it'll be Harley Jacobson's third foul. I thought that looked like a jump ball from my angle, but the official is a little bit closer to it, better angle than we've got. And so the foul is called, and now another foul as Annabelle is holding her wrist. Oh boy, hopefully she is okay. And Brock with 6:29 to go in the third quarter. Killdeer is in the bonus.
That's your way to get back in the game if you're the Cowboys right now. You got basically every foul you get the rest of the way for this quarter, you're on the line. So just got to make your free throws. I know it's tough, though.
Kling misses free throw number 1. Camry had foul trouble in the first quarter and first half for Killdeer. She gets 1 of 2 there. She's Killdeer's second leading scorer, averaging 9 points per game. Bond drives, takes some contact, misses, rebound by Morgan Smith. 36-17, Watford City to lead. Killdeer with the basketball. Ophelia Howling Wolf guarded by Bond. And it looks like Annabelle gotten hit again, and she sticks with it and creates the turnover. Good play down there by Annabelle Bond. And Hannah will finish on the other end with a right-hand layup.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do if you're the ball handler, bringing the ball up the floor. If nobody's going to stop you, you just go all the way to the rack.
38-18, Watford City leading by 20. McKellen Walker passes into the left corner to Camry Kling. Gets a screen, drives baseline, ball deflected. It went off of Hannah and then off of Killdeer, that was Camry Kling, who was in the wrong place at the wrong time for the way that ball bounced. And it's a Killdeer turnover. Annabelle Bond brings it up the floor for Watford City. Left side, Matson catch and shoot 3. Short rebound goes into the right corner. Gathered in by Hannah. And Coach Dwyer will spend a timeout. We will take it as well. It's brought to you by LPL Financial with Shiloh Chavez. 5:15 to go in the third quarter. Wolves up by 21.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Ranchers, circle March 4th on your calendar. Sorensen Ranch of Grenora will hold their annual bull sale at the Sydney Livestock Market Center in Sydney, Montana. Your source for composite Simmental bulls that are bred for docility, longevity, and fertility. Find them on Facebook at Sorensen Ranch and DV Auction.
Thanks for joining us here tonight on Game Day Media. My name is Titus Stenberg alongside Brock Haugeberg for this Division A Region 4 basketball matchup. Watford City has Logan Hanna, Annabelle Bond, Bailey Matson, Amelia Wisness, and Salil Shoemaker on the floor. Bailey Matson makes the catch. Over on the left side to Bond, down low, Wisness who scores. Great play out of the timeout. Wisness gets her first field goal of the ball game, puts the Wolves ahead 40-17. The loose ball. Hannah goes diving for it, could not bring it in. And Hannah's going to be called for the foul there. as we take a look at the RTC Network's instant replay, sending Brooke Pajorley to the free throw line. .446 left to go in the third quarter. Pajorley averaging 3 points per game, makes free throw number 1. That gives her 2. If she makes this one, she'll be right at her scoring average for the season. Second one off the mark, rebounded by Salil Shoemaker. Salil with the floater, no. Rebound out of bounds off of Hannah. McKellen Walker back into the game for Killdeer. Brock, the Killdeer coaching staff has been watching her minutes so far tonight. What have you seen so far this evening from McKellen Walker?
You can definitely tell she's still doesn't look like 100%, but I will say once she is fully 100%, I could see her being a problem for a defense.
Anderson misses. Offensive rebound by Bang, and then she is fouled by Madsen. And that will be Bailey's second personal. Killdeer's been in the bonus since the 6:29 mark of the third quarter, and they have been taking advantage of it, at least as far as getting to the line. And there's another free throw make. They haven't made them at the rate that they would probably like to, but Bang has been a perfect 3 for 3 from the free throw line so far tonight. 2 for 2 back in the second quarter, and now 2 for 2 here in this third quarter. She is just a freshman. Killdeer's starting lineup is all seniors, but they have some underclassmen. That will be some good ball players here in the years to come. Hannah to Bond. Annabelle to Matson. Back to Bond. Double team. Drives baseline. Floater up. Good. It counts. And the foul. Annabelle Bond.
Taking a look at Annabelle Bond's drive. Up and in with the body contact. That is a tough shot there.
Cassie Bang called for the foul. Go ahead, Brock.
Is Annabelle Bond left-handed?
She is, yeah.
I believe she shot that floater with her right hand, too.
Yeah.
So that is impressive.
She is pretty ambidextrous. It's fun to watch. She can finish with either hand. She shoots free throws left-handed. But, yeah, she is a talented player, still just a sophomore. There's, speaking of sophomores, Harley Jacobson with the steal. Harley fouled. Wolves are getting close to the bonus as well. This is going to be the 4th team foul against Killdeer and the 4th personal against Kling. So we have had a lot of fouls in this third quarter. Bond inbounds to Hannah. Catch and shoot 3. No. Rebound, Howling Wolf, and another foul. That's against Harley Jacobson. That is her 4th foul, and we'll be shooting free throws on the other end. Ophelia Howling Wolf to the line, averages 4 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. Hasn't scored yet tonight, but she'll have 2 opportunities to do so here. First one is good. Arlene Salas checks into the ball game for Watford City. Arlene is a 5'2" junior. She had some great moments in the JV game earlier before we went on the air. And now some important minutes in this one as Watford City finds themselves in foul trouble. The Wolves will be able to show off their depth here tonight. And we'll see, here is Arlene driving, kicking it out to Bond. Annabelle holds the ball for a second, gets it into Shoemaker, turnaround jumper, no. Rebound taken down by Cassie Bang, stolen by Bond, and she draws the foul.
Here's another RTC Network's instant replay here as Bond gets the steal and Royd attacking the rim like she always does to a trip to the line.
And now Killdeer has some deep foul trouble as Cassie Bang has 4. So Bang and Kling with 4 each. Taylor Anderson with 3. For Watford City, Miley Roan and Harley Jacobson have 4 apiece. Amelia Wisness has 3. Second free throw, no good. Wisness grabs the offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Hannah. Logan drives, floater, swish. Logan Hanna with 15. Wolves up 45-22. Just over 3 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Walker down low, and the shot is good for Savannah McCrone. Right now, Watford City has 50 field goal attempts to 22 for Killdeer. Part of the reason why they're up 45-24 is that three-pointer rims off. Rebounded by Shoemaker, and she scores. So there's a few reasons. Watford City has been doing some great offensive rebounding. They've been forcing a lot of Killdeer turnovers, and Killdeer has been taking so many free throws that they haven't been able to take many field goals. As the three-pointer is missed, and the rebound is saved in the hands of Logan Hanna. Here come the Wolves. Logan attacks, kicks it to Salas for three. Too strong. Tried to follow her own miss. Rebounded by Savannah McCrone. Steal. Arlene, no. Rebound, Shoemaker. Salil will draw the blocking foul.
There with our RTC Networks instant replay, we had the Wolves with a couple offensive rebounds there, and Salil Shoemaker looks like she's going to be shooting 2 free throws here.
Savannah McCrone called for that foul, her second. And the first free throw is good for Salil. Teams with some substitutions. Bailey Matson, Arlene Salas, Wisnes Bond, and at the line, Shoemaker on the floor. Salil makes both free throws, 4 in the quarter, 6 in the ball game for the talented Watford City sophomore. The Wolves are now up by 24. Morgan Smith over on the right side, steal. Bailey Matson with the takeaway. Calmly brings it into the front court, takes a three, no. Rebound saved by Annabelle Bond. Another second chance opportunity for the Wolves. Annabelle backs it up to the Cowboys logo. Get it on the left block to Wisnes, out to Salas for three, no. Rebound, tipped by Wisnes, but controlled by Morgan Smith. And another Killdeer turnover. Brock, if you're a coach in a game like this, how can you address turnovers while obviously the players know what's going on? Can't just say, hey, quit turning the ball over. What do you say in a moment like this?
It's obviously way easier just to say quit turning the ball over than just to actually do it. I would say if you just slow down. I would tell my players just slow down. I would say what's going through their head is just they're going 110 miles an hour. They're just seeing somebody open. They don't think about anything else, and they just throw the ball, and it ends up getting turned over.
Nice pass from Roan, and there she gets tied up on the offensive rebound. So Miley out there with 4 fouls. A great opportunity here for Miley to play with some foul trouble as Savannah McCrone and Haley Klim check in for Killdeer. Arlene gave the Wolves some good minutes as she comes back to the bench. It's now Hannah, Matson, Shoemaker, Wisnes, and Roan on the floor for Watford City. Ophelia Howling Wolf into the front court for Killdeer. There's a nice drive, and that'll result in a trip to the free throw line. Matson called for the foul. Brooke Pajorli will be at the line for Killdeer.
Titus, I got like the same question for you, kind of, except for the Wolves' point of view. If you're the Watford City Wolves coach, what are you doing in the next quarter? Maybe like, are you throwing something new in, maybe?
So one thing I would like to see is both Harley Jacobson and Miley Roan on the floor playing with those 4 personal fouls and learning how to play defense without picking up that 5th foul.
I like that. That wouldn't even cross my mind. It did not cross my mind when I thought about the question. So that's actually, I like that though. I like that.
2 minds are better than one, Brock. So much fun having you here as the color commentator. Here goes Hannah over on the right side to Matson. Skip pass through the hands of Wisnes, but she's able to save it. Wolves, a patient offensive possession here as Wisnes takes a 3. Swish!
That's what you were talking about when she was the TNT spotlight player there.
That's right. Sometimes us announcers can look smart. But it's all up to players.
Sometimes.
The players, sometimes. It's the players who make us look sometimes we know what we're talking about. But great job by Amelia Wisnes. She's up to 5 points, all of them coming here in this third quarter. Here's a drive by Hannah, and she draws the foul. That will go against Camry Kling. If my observation was correct there, must not have been. That would have been her 5th. The free throw is off the mark for Logan Hannah. Logan with 15 points so far tonight. Foul was against Savannah McCrone. That is her 3rd. I was on the wrong line of my scorebook there. 10, not 12 with the foul. So 3 against McCrone. Kling still in the game with 4. Here goes Howling Wolf across half court. Can she get the buzzer beater up? She does. It falls short. And we have reached the end of 3 quarters of play with your NCC scoreboard showing Watford City 52, Killdeer 26. You're watching Game Day Media.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in North Dakota, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Welcome back to Killdeer. We've got Watford City leading it by 26. They're now 18 for 58 from the field. And I'm going to toss it over to my partner, Brock, while I do some sportscasting math here. Brock, take it away.
All right. Okay. Watford City, like Tice just said, has shot the ball 58 times, I believe is what he said. That is a lot of shot attempts for a game, and we are just starting the 4th quarter. So that should be a story of this game if you're just tuning in or you have been watching with us the whole time. Thank you very much for tuning in to Game Day Media here. We appreciate it. We love doing this. Hope to do it more often, as much as we can.
That's right. Thank you, Brock. I think I got my sportscasting math done there. There's a lot of free throws attempted there in that 3rd quarter. Now, Watford City up to now 13 for 25 from the line. Killdeer 11 for 16. And there's a steal by Bond up ahead to Jacobson. Harley from the right side drives in. As her shot blocked out of bounds, it'll stay with Watford City. So there is the Wolves with both Harley Jacobson and Miley Roan on the floor with 4 fouls. And Watford City in possession of the basketball. Annabelle Bond tried to get it into Matson. It's tipped to Roan, who's tied up. Possession arrow favors Killdeer. Wolves now up to 13 turnovers so far tonight. Bounce pass through the hands of Kling. She is able to save it right in front of the Watford City bench, guarded by Jacobson. Drives all the way in, and there is Harley's 5th foul. So Harley is fouled out of the ball game with 6 points as we take a look at the RTC Network's instant replay. So Amelia Wisnes will replace Harley. Amelia has played well tonight. Kind of like McKellen Walker, Amelia Wisnes coming off of an injury as well. So many players not feeling 100% at this point in the season, but I think Amelia is getting pretty close to 100%, and at least a lot better than she was feeling a couple of games ago. Roan with the defensive rebound. Miley has to be getting close to a double-double as Hannah, 3, no. Long rebound, run down by Logan, out to Matson. And that pass goes out of bounds. 14th Watford City turnover. (52-27) Watford City with a 25-point lead. Long inbounds pass caught by Walker. Wolves won this matchup in Watford City by a final score of 63-33. Roan gets the ball, but it did hit the near sideline. So it'll stay with Killdeer. Bounce pass comes in to Taylor Anderson, and that's just a turnover. Been one of those nights here for Killdeer. They'll have that as 32 turnovers against the Cowboys. Hannah into Roan, fouled on the catch. With 6:36 left to go in quarter number 4. Brooke Pajorley called for her second personal. Annabelle Bond will inbound from the W and Cowboys along the baseline. Wisness to Matson. Bailey closing in on 1,000 points for her career. Has that one rim out. There is Roan. Another rebound. Ooh, and Miley is going to pick up her 5th foul as well, as both her and Harley Jacobson have fouled out. We've got 6:26 to go in the 4th quarter. Well, Brock, I like the strategy of both of them playing with 4 fouls, and in one sense it backfired as both of them foul out, but still definitely a learning opportunity for both of those players.
For sure. Also, nice job there by Camry Kling. That's, I think, almost back-to-back possessions for the Cowboys where she's just going downhill and getting to the rack.
Yeah, she is just a freshman. Hasn't scored a lot tonight, 2 for 4 from the free throw line, but she's headed back there now as Salil Shoemaker picks up her 1st foul of the ball game. And Kling, she is going to be a name to remember here in the years to come in Killdeer. Camry listed as a 5'4" freshman. But you can tell there's some talent there as she misses her 2nd free throw, rebounded by Annabelle Bond. Annabelle slams on the brakes, gets it to Logan Hanna, fakes, drives, and gets the friendly roll.
That is a very pretty move. Good sell on the shot fake there by Logan Hanna.
Hanna up to 18 points so far tonight. It's a drive by Pajorley, no. Wisness goes down there and ties up Walker. Possession arrow favors Watford City. .55 left to go in the 4th quarter. Stick around for your Johnson and Sundin post-game show. We'll also have your first International Bank and Trust player of the game. On to Wisness, up to Matson for 3. It's good. Matson with 11. Bailey now 32 points away from 1,000. And there she grabs a rebound. Off that miss, long pass ahead, cut by Hannah. Logan with her foot on the line, long range 2-2, strong rebound. Shoemaker, yes, it counts, and the foul.
First off, what a pass there by Bailey Matson,
yes,
all the way up the floor. One-handed baseball pass all the way to Logan Hanna. And then Shoemaker with the offensive rebound.
And the 3-point play. Salil has 9, almost gets another steal. Killdeer able to maintain possession as the Wolves go ahead 60-28. The clock will be running now with the 30-point margin. In the 4th quarter, Bailey Matson with another steal. Bailey with a crossover, kicks it out to Bond for 3. Short. Rebound, Bailey. Nice find to Logan Hanna, who missed it. And foul will be called against Killdeer. Bond to the free throw line. I think they're going to get Taylor Anderson for that one. Annabelle misses free throw number 1. Wolves leaving some points at the free throw line tonight, but they have earned a lot of trips there as Brianna Bainey checks into the lineup for Watford City. Bree is a 5'4" junior. 2nd free throw good for Bond. She's got 8 points, a little bit below her season average of 11, but she has played well once again for Watford City. Ophelia Howling Wolf into the front court. Passes it over on the right side to Walker, and she took an extra hop and a step. Turnover 34 against Killdeer.
Yep.
Bond ahead to Matson. Bailey crossover dribble. Back to Bond. As Annabelle drives. Walker didn't block it, but she definitely affected that shot as Annabelle got the steal and then had her shot blocked from behind out of bounds. It'll stay with Watford City. Bailey Matson scores off the inbounds play. Bailey up to 13. It's kind of been a quiet 13 tonight for Bailey, but she is just so steady. And she's going to take those talents up to Williston and play for the Tetons next year. And it's going to be so much fun to watch her at the next level, making plays like that. Foul called against Amelia Wisness, her 4th personal. Killdeer sends in some new players. Cassie Bang will inbound. Got America's Macron, Taylor Anderson, Ophelia Howling Wolf. We'll stay on this end as the Wolves touched it out. It'll be Alyssa Holan, Clara Wisness, and Arlene Solis checking into the ball game for Watford City. 3 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. Wolves up by 35.
Titus, did you ever remember traveling when you did radio broadcasting in negative 20-degree weather or worse?
Yeah, it's happened. Delilah Garcia will check in for Watford City. Aaliyah Schmidt will check in for Killdeer. One of the longest drives I ever made was as a college student in Valley City. I called a game in Fairmont, North Dakota. As a Western North Dakota kid, I didn't exactly know where Fairmont was. Look it up on a map if you've never been there before. It's a long drive, even from Valley City.
I was going to say, I have never been to Fairmont or heard of Fairmont.
And it was Fairmont Campbell Tinta against Oaks in boys basketball. The game went into triple overtime.
Oh boy.
That was a memorable one. Oaks won it. Here's a three-pointer from Ophelia Howling Wolf. No good. Offensive rebound, put back, up and in. Second chance points for America's Macron. Makes it 63-30. And driving home, it was pretty much a blizzard.
Oh boy. In
southeastern North Dakota. And yeah, that was a late night, but I was a college student. It was fun. I had a blast. It was a great game. As Alyssa Holan lobs it into Garcia, saved momentarily by the Cowboys, but off of each other, and it'll stay with the Wolves. O'Meara Howling Wolf, 5'5" sophomore, checks into the ball game for Killdeer. So Watford City up by 33. Go ahead, Brock.
I was just going to say, I would say any triple overtime game would probably be worth it, no matter the weather or driving through a blizzard.
Absolutely. There's Clara Wisness drawing the foul.
Here with our RTC Networks instant replay, we got Clara Wisness just flashing to the ball on the inbound, going up strong, almost converting the layup.
So that stops the clock as the foul is called against Haley Klim. Clara misses free throw number 1. She'll have another chance. Clara, a 5'8" sophomore.
I'm with you there.
Here goes Ophelia Howling Wolf. Guarded by Arlene Solis. Pass down low, shot goes up, and it's good again for America's Macron. Some instant offense off the bench for Coach Danny Hassick. Under a minute to go, Wolves up 63-32. Clara Wisness from the left wing. Drives, stops the free throw line out to Alyssa Holan. Three-pointer, be short, was it tipped? It was not. And it'll go over to Killdeer. So the Wolves led it 52-26 after 3. And outscored Killdeer 11-6 in the fourth quarter. It was 63-33 the first time these two teams matched up. And right now it's 63-32. Three-pointer short from Ophelia Howling Wolf. Rebound by Brianna Bainey. Sent Brock downstairs. He's going to catch up with our victorious head coach and also our First International Bank and Trust player of the game, as Brianna Bainey will dribble out the clock and the Wolves pick up their 10th victory of the season. Final score tonight, Watford City 63, Killdeer 32. We'll be back. We'll have your Johnson and Sundin post-game show from Killdeer right after this.
At Johnson and Sundin Law Office, we combine big case expertise with small town service. Since 1980, we've fought for clients across western North Dakota. From oil and gas disputes to serious injury and wrongful death cases, probate, agriculture, and more. No matter what issue, our experienced team is ready to stand by your side. In our office in Watford City, we're here for you, wherever you are. Johnson and Sundin, expert legal representation rooted in North Dakota.
Our lives are made up of moments. From first moments to big moments to everyday moments. At First International Bank and Trust, we support you with local service and checking and savings solutions to help you reach your goals, shape your legacy, and make your moments happen. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first since 1910.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, Dad.
Can you hang out with Grandpa for a bit? I'm down in the barn.
Sounds good.
Okay, I'll be up there in a bit.
RTC Networks capture cameras. Keep an eye on what you care about.
Welcome into your Johnson and Sundin post-game show. Brock Haugeberg is down on the floor. He's caught up with our victorious head coach, Tom Dwyer, and our First International Bank and Trust player of the game, Miley Roan. Brock, take it away.
Thank you very much, Titus. I am here with Miley Roan from the Watford City Wolves. First game. Anyway, okay, sorry about that. I think the mic's cutting out. Miley, what worked for you tonight as far as offensive rebounds go? I feel like you're crashing the offensive glass very hard. You got a lot of second chance opportunities. Tell me about that.
I don't know. I just go for the ball. I don't know.
So there you have it. You got to go for the ball to get an offensive rebound. I love that. Love that. Okay, as far as team, what is one thing that your team that you think did amazing tonight? Besides, you guys forced a lot of turnovers against Killdeer Cowboys. Besides turnovers, what is one thing that your team can take away from this win?
We looked at everybody really well. We passed the ball very well, and I think we all just communicated very well and saw everybody on the court very well.
Perfect. Okay. Sorry, we're cutting in and out. I'm so sorry about that. Okay. All right, Miley, congratulations on being the player of the game, and congratulations on the win. All right, now I am here with Coach Tommy Dwyer for the Watford City Wolves. Tommy, I'm going to ask you the exact same question. What is one thing your team caused so many turnovers tonight? What is one thing that you can take away from getting the turnovers, or one thing that could be better, I guess you could say?
Well, I like what Miley said. She gave a really good answer as far as just communication on defense. It's something we've been preaching, to play as a whole unit and not have two people go to the same person or have someone not rotate because we're not communicating. Now we're not aware. So we were stressing that, so I'm happy she pointed that out. I thought we did a good job with that, and I think that's part of the reason why our presses did so well. And man, even one of the refs said, it's been a long time since I've seen the girls work so hard defensively, and I agree. They had the effort, the energy tonight, and hopefully we can keep that going.
Is there anything offensively that you think you could improve on this game?
Yeah, I think we struggled with the press a little bit, or not the press, the zone a little bit. I think we started figuring out, part of it was our shots we were cold right at the beginning of the game, but we finally started getting the ball inside of Miley there at the end of the second quarter. She got some nice layups there. Got the ball inside of Amelia a couple times, right? And so I think we can figure out a better way to get the ball more inside, more consistently throughout the game. But otherwise, I was pretty happy with how we did it.
Right. Thank you very much, Coach. Congratulations on the win, and also have a safe trip home in this nice frigid weather that we got in North Dakota tonight.
Thanks, Brock.
Have a good one. Good job.
All right. Thank you very much, Brock. Great work down on the floor, getting you those coaches' comments, brought to you by Watford City, Farmers Union Oil Company. Farmers Union Oil Company of Watford City has been serving the customers in and around Watford City and the surrounding community since 1929. They believe in community involvement and have supported numerous activities since the beginning. Once again, your First International Bank and Trust player of the game is Miley Roan. First International Bank and Trust, a full-service, family-owned, independent community bank built on the bond between our employees and customers. So Watford City led it 12-6 after one quarter. They would have their lead trimmed to 3 about midway through that second quarter, and they really put the game away with an 18-0 run in late stages of the second quarter to go ahead 35-14 at halftime. In the third quarter, they would outscore Killdeer 17-12. They led it 52-26 after 3, and they go on for the 31-point victory tonight, 63-32, almost an identical final as the first time that these two teams matched up. That was 63-33. Team stats: Watford City 22 for 67 from the floor for 33%. They made 6 3-pointers. They were 15 for 30 from the free throw line for 50%. In tonight's win, Watford City committed 14 turnovers. I only had them for 4 second half turnovers. That is a positive, no doubt, for Watford City after 10 in the first half. For Killdeer, 9 for 32 from the field for 28%. They made 1 3-pointer. They were 13 for 20 for 65% from the free throw line. Killdeer guilty of 35 turnovers tonight, and that was a big difference in tonight's ball game. Watford City being plus 21 in the turnover margin. For the Wolves, Bailey Matson and Logan Hanna, their high-scoring seniors, led the way. Logan Hanna scored 18 points tonight, including 2 3-pointers. She scored in every quarter. I believe she was the only Wolf who accomplished that feat tonight. Just another good game offensively from Logan Hanna. She comes in averaging 13 points per game, and she extended that. She was a big reason for that extended run in the second quarter when she made a couple of threes during that stretch, and she upped her season total of 3-pointers now up to 21, and she will increase her scoring average as well with tonight's 18-point effort. Great game from Logan Hanna. And then Bailey Matson, so steady. She was steady once again. She made 3 threes tonight. Also added a couple of 2-pointers in there. 13 points this evening for Bailey. Salil Shoemaker came in off the bench and had a great game. She scored 9 points, including 3 for 5 from the free throw line. Some more good signs from Salil. And Annabelle Bond also scored in every quarter. I missed that there. She had a free throw in the fourth quarter. So she had 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third, 1 in the fourth. And she finishes with 8 points here tonight. Then it was Harley Jacobson and Miley Roan with 6 points tonight. Both of those players did foul out, but both did so many good things for the Wolves here this evening. And once again, Miley Roan is your First International Bank and Trust player of the game. And then Amelia Wisness, our spotlight player, she finishes with 5 tonight. She made a 2 and a 3 as well this evening. For Killdeer, lots of players in the scoring column, but almost all of them scored under their season average. It was 5 points for McKellen Walker, 4 points for Brooke Pajorley, 4 points for Taylor Anderson, 4 points for Savannah McCrone, 4 points for America's McCrone, 4 points for Cassie Bang, 3 points for Camry Kling, 2 points for Morgan Smith, and 2 points for Ophelia Howling Wolf for Killdeer's total of 32. 9 different players scored for Killdeer tonight. They have to love that fact that 9 players scored. They just wish that those 9 players could have scored a little bit more each, as they struggled a little bit from the field tonight and scored 32 points this evening. With the win, Watford City improves to 10-4 overall, 5-1 in region play. With the loss, Killdeer drops to a record of 5-8 overall and now 2-4 in region 4. So the Wolves win it by 31, and they'll be able to put another region win in their back pocket, as they have almost completed the first round through each region team. This is their second time beating Killdeer. They will take on Standing Rock. They are the one team that the Wolves will only play once. That'll be at the end of next week. They also have a game against Newtown on the schedule. That'll be the second time that they will face Newtown. So we are reaching that point in the season where the teams are starting to see each other for a second time. And that is new to Division A this year, as last year Watford City played most of their region opponents only once. And they're going to be looking at playing each other twice this year, except for that Standing Rock opponent. That will be a double counter. Well, Brock, there you have it. A good win for Watford City. They come on the road and get the job done tonight. What are you going to remember from this ball game here this evening?
Well, I think I will remember the first quarter being low scoring until about a couple minutes left. Then they picked up the pace a little bit, but I'll remember Watford City's turnovers that they forced and how many offensive rebounds they got. I will say that that is one thing that'll probably stick with me, and I might honestly compare this game to if I do another Watford City girls home or away game. I'll probably compare this game to that game, which I don't know if that'll be a good thing or not, but I'll probably compare their defense to how it was tonight here in Killdeer.
Yep, it's so interesting how every game takes a little bit of a different twist and turn somewhere along the way. And if you would have said in the first quarter that the score was going to end up almost identical to the way that these teams played in their first matchup, I would have said no way. It was 63-33 in that game, and it ends up being 63-32 here tonight. If one more Killdeer free throw would have fallen, it would have been exactly the same score, but those games were still a lot different. And so you just never know what you're going to see when you come to a high school basketball game, and that's why we love getting to do what we are able to do. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast here tonight on GameDay Media. Want to thank all of our sponsors who make the broadcast of these games possible. Also want to thank you, the viewer, for tuning us in here tonight. Want to thank my outstanding crew. It was Matt Gonzalez on the camera, bringing you all the sights here from kind of a different angle, a new place, a new gym for us this evening. So great job by Matt in getting you all the pictures. Want to thank our outstanding producer, Coy Hartle, with pretty close to a perfect game from my vantage point anyway. I think it was great. And Brock Haugerberg, your sideline reporter and your color commentator tonight. Great job by Brock. That'll do it for me. This is Titus Stenberg signing off from Killdeer. So long, everybody.
Tonight's GameDay Media broadcast was brought to you by RTC Networks, Hagen Equipment Incorporated, First International Bank and Trust, Nodak Insurance Company, Eric Mogan, Johnson and Sundin, attorneys at law, Shiloh Chavez with LPL Financial, Farmers Union Oil of Watford City, Patriot Fuels LLC, Mackenzie County Heritage Park and Museum, Cornerstone Bank, TNT Measurements Incorporated, Northern States Fishing Tools, WCAG Church, Doug Rolfson, Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Wolfpack Booster Club, Schriefer Red Angus, BMC National Bank, NCC,